Yo YouTube, Happy New Year and welcome to another video of mine in which I'm gonna be demonstrating another program which is in continuous development. I'm working on it very day. I had to quit back in a day from it to finish my master studies, and now I'm doing it every day, lots of hours per day. It's called FOnline2 interface editor, and for now it's one pre-release. It's far from perfect, but we shall see. I still need knowledge about it and someone to help me about the things, and I am welcome to accept anyone to make for the higher, better, and greater good. You know, guys, yourselves. Okay, let's now show you where you can download the application. You can download it from here, from tasks. Alright, here is program download link and source repository, which links to Mediafire, and this one links to. You click here, you go to you follow the link and click download, and choose where you want to store the archive, and it's gonna be stored. And here you can see source code, which is the same as here. Alright, then once we download the archive, it's gonna look something like this. Let me see, where is the archive though. Here it's gonna look like this, and when you extract it, you're gonna get something like this. With these files, I'm gonna start the application. It also has ini as highlighter. The first line is input directory path, is output directory, excuse me. Name of the ini. It can be default ini for FOnline2 or for FOnline Reloaded is faction.ini. I mean something like this. But I'm gonna refuse to save, since we're gonna stick with FOnline2 for quite a bit, and for now. Text color, text overlay, question mark for missing textures. Texture size is important. Set it to default, something to keep in mind. It's a balance between performance and quality of the images and of the OpenGL rendering. Yes, you heard, it's OpenGL renderer, and the library is Java OpenGL library. These are animation ticks for speed of animations. They're usually .frm files or FOFRM files. This keep aspect ratio will prevent from spreading a whole across screen and keeping the same aspect ratio, and ignore errors. This is important one. If you set it to true, you're gonna still, beside the errors in the ini file, you will be able to preview and edit the ini file. This whole program behaves as a linker between let me show you, between those images which interface is made of. It's usually located here, default.ini. This is how it looks like. This is mine interface, but this is how it looks like. It's comprised of some entries which are which have those equals or assignment, and they have left side which feature it is, and right side feature value. and it has lots of lines. But at one point, after the command section is finished, we're gonna have more. We're gonna have changes for each resolution. Not just each, but only those which are supported. 800 by 600, 124 by 768, etc. to the very end. I made it very high with 4K resolution, and this resolution right here, Ultra HD resolution is called this one. But let's go straight to the program. The program should be somewhere over here. I have shortcut for it, but where you downloaded and extracted, that's gonna be. Let's click on it. And now we can read help about it. It says interface is needed to be in some single location, extracted if needed. We need to choose input directory where it's located, then choose where modified result that's modified in is gonna be stored. Load to load interface from the input path, save to save interface from the output path. It's very important to keep where is it? This default ini to default to save the correct ini, and don't save it where the current ini is. Save it to some other place. That's why we have this output data directory to prevent conflicts, to not override the old one. Okay, let's now open and set this. We need to choose interface, and that's all. Choose a folder with this name, interface. And we can load it. Once it's loaded, we get this message. We can check if there is any errors or not. So it's true, it doesn't have any errors. Everything is okay, seems fine. And now we can choose which section do we want. Do we want tame section? If we click here where I clicked, we can see the values. We can even edit the values. I can maximize the window, spread it out, and edit some values. But I'm gonna edit them later. I'll show you how to build the module. So now everything is in the memory. These values feature on the left side and on the right side of equals. Now let's build the module. It's built for this resolution, 800 by 600, and this is how it looks like. Now it's still development, it's still beyond perfect, but and some things need to be fixed, such as this eyes text went here, instead it should be somewhere over here where I'm pointing at. But as I said, this is in continuous development, and maybe it takes or needs days, months, or years to be perfect and to be quite reasonable to use and comfortable to use. Now let's try another section, such as login, preview values, build module. It says building in progress, which we could see that. And here everything is linked. Here is simulated output. As I said on the forums, it allows to build interface and edits interface to some extent. And now I can edit to show you how it works. I can edit some of the some of the, for instance, if I say here for log exit picture down, it's this picture skill button 2. If I make it unavailable by setting and changing an extension like this, gpeg, file doesn't exist anymore, and what's gonna happen? It's gonna disappear. If we want to remove some of the feature, we're usually gonna say like this to remove text. We're gonna say set it to 0, 0, 0, and 0. First two coordinates are of top left corner, other two are of top right corner, bottom right corner, pardon, but you don't need to be worried about that for now. Let's now take this value and see what's gonna happen. Now text disappeared. So there is some convention about this, but I'm not gonna say much about it. I'm still new with this and I'm still learning. Usually picture is gonna have something like picture down, main picture, picture up, or something. And its value is gonna have some image. Then when we remove this picture down token or part of the string, we're gonna have this thing, log exit, which shows coordinates of the image. And for text, it's gonna be text. But it doesn't follow the same pattern always. We need to think about it. So let's take a look about the other sections, such as Fixboy. There is a lot of sections, a lot of modules to build. Build module, we choose Fixboy for crafting. And here we go, but as I say, it's not so perfect because we have here this circle. Here we have a list of items for crafting. We choose this button when we want to craft some armor to filter these texts, these lines of text. How many items we want to craft, if we have ingredients and recipes for it, and say click make, and then we create the item. Let's see more. Let's see barter, for instance. Build module. We're gonna wait a little bit. And what we get is these are for missing textures, which here it's replaced for inventory. But we need to know that this is inventory and that something is going to be drawn here on the screen. That's why this question mark is here. And here is how you look like in the trade and how your opponent look like, or friend or other person you're trading with in barter section, in trading section. This is the cost, I mean in the caps, how the certain thing costs if you are trading with some shopkeeper or NPC trader. And now I'm gonna show more features of this application. If we click all resolutions, it's gonna create, let's go back to login screen, it's gonna create for target resolution, and it's gonna use, instead of target resolution, it's gonna use all resolutions. It's not gonna use custom resolutions. Preview values, it's gonna use default one. As you can see, default one is 1920 by 1080, and it's gonna show that as a default one. Alright, let's turn this feature off and let's go and choose some other resolution like this one. What's going to happen? We can see that this thing updated. That's corresponding to this resolution, and we're gonna build a module, and here we go. If you want to preview in the window with this resolution, because this panel on which this rendered picture is on with all this stuff is some fixed resolution. With preview module, it's gonna be in window, so you can see it better and actually observe it better. Alright, now let's talk about some errors which can occur during the load. I'm gonna just show example, and I'm gonna load some other interface. Besides loading with buttons, we can use menu, load, and we are gonna try to go to wish interface, default.ini. This is his interface, pure black rain, default.ini. And what happened is that we loaded the interface, but there are some errors. It's initialized, but there are some errors. Let's find out about the errors. So these are the errors. Line 233 and line 234. So let's go and let's find that file, default.ini. We're gonna scroll a little bit faster. So these two lines are causing the problem. We can do two things: ignore errors, set that in the ini to ignore the errors so you can build modules, or we can just comment them out. I'll choose to comment them out like this, and then we're gonna start loading. Now it's successful. Again, login screen, and let's choose some resolution like this one, and let's build a module, and let's see how it's gonna look like. Yes, this is wish interface, pretty cool, you might think. But let's see other features such as global map, build module. We can see animation is running, and these are day and night changes, but I still haven't figured it out how to align this. This is properly aligned in the game and everything looks fine, but in my application it doesn't. So let me now show you how editing the values looks like. It's always gonna pop out some window like this one, with depending on what's on the right side of assignment. If it's vector with coordinates, it's gonna pull out these called spinners to edit values. If it's single value like this one, it's gonna pull out something like this. If it's something like this, single number, it's gonna pull out this. What else should I say? I think we have covered basically all the stuff. Let's now try to save this thing. We can choose to set output directory to some directory like, and name it like test 1 2 3 4, and set it as an output directory. And because FOnline2 default ini is default.ini, it's gonna create that file, and it's gonna transfer from memory into the file, into the ini file. So let's do just like that, and let's navigate to that folder. For now it's gonna be empty. Yes, it's newly created folder. Let's save. Yes, depending if you resize the window, this is gonna rebuild itself and adjust itself automatically. That's how it's made. Save. And now let's take a look and what we get now. We get some message. I mean, this is comment, and when it's created, common mappings are shown over here for login section, options, character, etc., registration, etc., etc. I said majority of them isn't properly rendered. There are things to be fixed, and they're gonna, I hope they'll fix them soon. Let me show you resolutions. It's called Pragma because it's a special feature, and the whole ini behaves different and links different resolutions. So first, from the common mappings are applied, then things from resolutions are gonna be applied on top of that common things. So we are getting closer to the end of this video. Thank you for watching it. I wish you all good health in this new year 2021, and see you in next video or see you later. Thank you guys for watching this video.